Hi, this is Charlie giving you Thursday's video, and what I'm going to do today is run through some questions around trading returns that I've had come in. They came in, a chap posted on our blog, on our video blog on our site, a load of questions, but there's so many questions it's difficult to then just type it all out, and it would take me war and peace to type out everything when it's easier for me to just do a video. So I did do a very short, brief answer, but anyway, let's run through this. So this is going to be on the theme of trading returns, trading expectations, what to expect from trading, really. So he says, I wanted to ask you two questions, but there are a lot more than two questions here. First is that based on your annual return, what portion of it belongs to day trading? I mean, if you reach 100% in a year, hypothetically he's saying here, I guess, is it 50-50 or more from swing trading or more from day trading? So, okay, it's a good question. Let's bring up a pen. So the point is, I trade with much smaller position relatively on my day trading than I do on swing trading. So you can't really compare. My day trading, I always say, is my bread and butter, and it just keeps the account ticking over. And at times when, let's say, I'm having a drawdown on swing trading, then the day trading, I see it is there to help compensate the drawdown on swing trading, and vice versa. Obviously, the swing trading compensates any drawdowns I might have at times on day trading. So I don't look at day trading and swing trading in that way, because I do trade with such different position sizes that you can't say, oh, you make X amount from day trading and X amount from swing trading, because that wouldn't really be fair on them, because I'm not trading at the same position sizes. I trade a lot smaller on day trades than swing trades. But that's just a personal choice. Coming on to your other question, you're talking about, you mentioned here, oh, hold on a second. Let me press pause while I'm looking. Actually, before I go on to the next one, so your question is, are you making more from day or swing trading? It really doesn't matter where you make your returns. So I choose to make the bulk of my returns these days. But 4 or 5 years ago, the bulk of my returns would have been, I say the bulk, but a good portion of those returns, probably greater than 50%, would have been from day trading. And these days it's more swing. It's a lifestyle thing, because I choose to have a lifestyle where I'm not doing as much day trading as I used to, because of stuff that I do. I still day trade every day, but it's not to the same intensity as I used to. Hence why my returns are more geared towards swing trading. But don't get me wrong, day trading is still extremely important to me overall, to my portfolio of returns, because a lot of the time it could be, well, like I said, it's bread and butter stuff, and also at times it can be compensating my swing trading as well. So they complement each other very well. Okay, so the next statement, this chap saying make target he's generating around about 20% a year. That's taking 3 to 4 trades a week. Yada yada yada. So yeah, I think you can make more than that on 3 to 4 trades a week. Depends on your strategy, of course. So I think if you're taking 3 to 4 trades a week on a swing trade basis, then you should, there's certainly the opportunity is to make more than 20% a year. But he's then saying, talk about day trading and trading for a living. If I was to join your trading room, what kind of expectations should I have? Again, to day trade and make 1% a month or 5% or 10%, I just don't know what is achievable. Right, okay. So with day trading, again, I always say that the opportunity is there for whether you're a day trader or a swing trader, is to make 50% or more a year. So it doesn't, if you join my trading room, then it's still going to be a varied results. If you spoke to any one of our individual traders, you're still going to get a variety of results, because they're not all taking the same trades at the same time, are they, for example? So But certainly that potential is there to be making 50% or so a year. Now, why do I say or so? Well, there's so many different factors. How many trades do you take? What risk do you take per trades? We've got day trading members who only risk 0.3% on their accounts. We've then got other members who might risk more like 1.5%. So most risk probably around about 1 or 0.5 to 1. So it varies, and then there's still so many variables even within that. How many trades each individual trade takes, which of the strategies they use, etc., etc. So, but the main point is, I 50 to 100% is, as an individual trader, is achievable, because we have the ability to be able to jump in and out of the markets, which most funds can't do that sort of thing, and that's why we have that ability. So even if you said, well, actually, I don't want 50%, I want to aim for 30 or 40%. Fine, aim for 30 or 40%. But yes, that is certainly achievable there. Okay, he then asks another question. See what I mean? There's not two questions here. So he's saying, okay, if I started with £100,000 account, what should I expect in terms of returns if I wanted to swing trade that account? Well, again, how long's a piece of string? And if you want to swing trade, again, the ability to make 50% in a year is certainly there. But again, it depends on the variables. You can't just say, well, if I'm risking 0.5% on a trade and I take 3 trades a week, that's not real trading. That's just hypothetical stuff. You don't know what the markets are going to be like in any one year. But certainly, if you're swing trading, and you are okay, if you're risking 0.5% on a trade, your returns will be less. So I wouldn't expect maybe 50% a year from a 0.5% risk. You would probably be needing to risk 1%. And you would need strategies in order to get that up, to get those returns. So you would need good risk to reward strategies. You would need to have the ability to add in to the trades as they're running into profit for you. So there are a number of different strategies that you need in order to get those gains. But those are the sort of strategies that I use. But so again, you're saying, what are the sort of returns on a swing trading on that account? Again, I believe that you can make a very good, healthy return. And why do I think that? Because I'm in the middle of doing a trading challenge at the moment, and I know that on a single trade I can be running into 10 to 20% on a single trade, and that's not risking 5%. That's risking initially 1 to 2%, and I can get a 10 to 20% return on it. That's off one trade. So don't get me wrong, those sort of trades don't come along all of the time, but they are there. We're talking about annual returns. So yes, you can certainly do it on swing trading. Okay, so the next question is, or what if I want to trade for a living and become financially independent? Could I do it just swing trading? Yes, you can. um, or would it be better to day trade as well? Well, if you have the opportunity to day trade as well, then yes, I think that it's nice to have that complement, as I've just been talking about with my own trading. It's nice to be able to have that diversification, because quite often what happens is, if I'm having some losers on day trading, on swing trading, then I might be making money on day trading and vice versa. So they do end up complementing each other quite nicely. So I think it's nice for diversification. But if you haven't got the time to day trade, I'm not talking about sitting there for 8 hours a day day trading. I'm just talking about, just having some time around and being in front of the screens for maybe a couple of hours or so a day, 2 or 3 hours, whatever. Then it's amazing what you can achieve in 2 to 3 hours. Yes, you can do it just from swing trading, though. Yes, absolutely. So, as I've already demonstrated on the sort of returns you can get, and kind of returns should I try to achieve, so to speak, day trading, swing trading? Oh my God, so many questions, and I think I've covered off these questions as I keep going through it. You keep on asking about returns. I keep saying here that it's difficult to say because it depends on the strategy. I haven't got a clue what strategies you've been using personally. It is Paul that's been asking all these questions, but hopefully I'm giving you an idea of the sorts of returns that you can achieve in the markets with the right approach. Hopefully, okay, you're saying thanks very much for your response. Sorry for the long message. Um, Okay, and yes, it is. Of course, it's possible to trade for a living. But one thing I will always add when it comes to trading for a living, um, don't underestimate the external pressures. If you have no other income coming in and you are reliant on um, everything you generate as your income, that's a pressure. So this is people talk about trading for a living, and I like it when people do have some form of other income coming in. It could be from, I don't know, pension incomes if you're slightly older. A lot of people retire early, or property, or you might have a partner who still works. All of those sorts of things. There's still other income coming into the business. So, also into the business, into the house. So most of our successful traders do have other sorts of income because they're not putting themselves under pressure each week, each month to think I've got to generate £2,500 this month. I have to do it. Immediately you're putting yourself under pressure. It's not to say you can't do it, of course. The returns are there, as I've talked about, but don't underestimate the psychological side, which is another entirely different factor there when it comes to trading for a living. But anyway, hopefully that's given you some food for thought there this week. I shall see you tomorrow for live trading.